Hello, Brad again, and today I have a fragrance review on a Hugo Boss fragrance called Elements Aqua. And this is a mini that I had purchased, and I believe I'm the first person on YouTube to talk about this one in a review. A fellow reviewer named Isaac did a video called Tale of Two Aquas, where he did a head-to-head comparison with this one in a Bulgari Aqua fragrance. And if you want to hear his opinions on this fragrance, yeah, definitely check him out. The Sick Man 1977, excellent reviewer. He hasn't been active lately, but I would definitely check out his opinion. I'm here to give you mine. Classified as a woody aromatic, according to Fragrantica, and came out in 1977. Top notes, we have pineapple, lavender, and mint. Middle notes of coriander, pepper, freesia, and tea. And base notes of sandalwood, patchouli, vanilla, and vetiver. And base notes, 17 positives, 8 neutrals, 3 negatives. So it did reasonably well at base notes. Also, if you look at the base note pyramid, they mention cumin in the note breakdown and juniper. And they also say that this fragrance is a oriental fougere. So it's a very interesting fragrance. I would say that this is definitely a little bit different from your standard Hugo Boss fragrance. It doesn't have like that similar aquatic, sporty feel to it. This one, like they mentioned in base notes, is kind of like an oriental fougere. It basically blends two different worlds together. You have the sweet, kind of like a synthetic candy pineapple from like the amber or possibly a juniper berry thing going on. So you got that. And the pineapple kind of reminds me of that same kind of a candy synthetic pineapple from a Jaguar Vision or Quicksilver for men. And also you have this herbal quality to it that kind of gives it like this barbershop feel. The cumin, the mint. So I definitely do get that herbalness to it. I'm normally not a big fan of cumin. I do think the sweetness of the amber or juniper berry does make the cumin less pungent than it normally would be in some of these other older vintage style cumin fougères. But overall, it is a bit strange. It's wearable, but not one of my favorites. I would definitely say if you like sweet fragrances, if you like herbal fragrances, definitely worth checking out. It's kind of like barbershop meets candy shop. So it's hard to say who would like this, what market we're looking at here. I can see the younger people thinking it's too herbal, the older people thinking it's too sweet. It'd be kind of like if you went to a concert and you saw like Bob Dylan and Justin Bieber performing together on stage. You'd be like, if you were a fan of Bob Dylan, you'd be like, who's that little boy that looks like a girl? And if you're a fan of Justin Bieber, you'd be like, who's the old man with the funny hat and the weird voice? So that's kind of how this is. Different. If you like unique fragrances, I would say if you like sweet fragrances like Mont Blanc Individual or V by Valentino, that kind of a sweetness feel to it, or the herbal type fragrances like Live Jazz, Harmonic Code Sport, you might like it. Let's get into some scores. The smell, I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. Not really my favorite from Hugo Boss, but like the original Elements, quite unique in my opinion. Elements Aqua, both have unique qualities. So I would give it 8 for uniqueness. More unique than your average Hugo Boss. Projection longevity, thought it did reasonably well for about 2 or 3 hours until it kind of tapered off at about the 5-hour mark or so to more of a skin scent. So I give it 7 for projection longevity. Versatility, I give it a 6. I'm not sure if I would want to wear this every day. Probably a good summer fragrance to mix things up. Kind of a change-up fragrance, as I would call it. Something different to just break out of the normal. Price point. Hugo Boss fragrances aren't going to break the bank usually. Maybe $30 or $40 for the bottle. 7 out of 10 price point overall. I'm going to go with 6 out of 10. Definitely recommend if you can get one of these little mini bottles. I got mine off of eBay. It was about $6, and it'll give you about 5 mils, I think. A lot of wearings. I atomized mine, that's why this is empty. I mean, you'll probably get about 10-15 wearings out of it. So, better than, buying a decant of a niche and spending 20 bucks and then, getting the same number of wearings for more money. So, I mean, that's my opinion, but, definitely say, check this one out if it sounds like something in your, interest. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.